that's when we had our best. You know that, Shay. That's when Pakistan come to the party.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. No, it's helping the execution. You watched us run between the wickets against Afghanistan the other night. The way we punched holes and kept running and running and running in that heat. It's helping us. I've always said that fitness levels, it doesn't win or lose you games, but it gives you a better chance of performance, and that's all we've done. And these boys, it's a way of life for these boys. It's a way of life for them, and they're living it. They're stronger, they're fitter, and hopefully they're better cricketers for it.
Thank you so much.
The conditions. I don't think the conditions change. You know, I've heard people say we should bowl first, we should bat first. We look at what we think how we can best win the game. I don't know if you saw in the fourth over today, but Bumrah bowled a ball that went straight through the top. It went through the top, and when you look at that, you've got to think that the wicket's going to get slower and slower and slower. And that was our assessment of the wicket when we arrived there today. You've also got to look at the opposition you're playing against. We believe that if we can get runs on the board and strike with the new ball against India, we can put them under pressure. We don't really want to be exposing our middle order against their spinners in a run chase, because we're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and our batsmen are going to get more and more under pressure. So we look at everything, and then we make a decision how best we can think the game in the conditions and against the opposition.
Last two questions, yes.
Growing. So Sarfaraz's captaincy is growing. And I've said it numerous times, he is the one captain, and I've had the privilege to work with two outstanding captains. Sarfaraz is the third captain I'm working with. He's a learning captain, but he is the only captain I've seen that has a balance between on the field and off the field. Yes, Safi and I sit after every game and we debrief. We'll debrief again tomorrow in terms of the tactics, in terms of where we went. But Safi's developing. Safi will develop into a very, very, very good captain for Pakistan, without a doubt.
Some of the top ODI regulars, India is still beating Pakistan one-sided convincingly.
I don't believe that at all. I've got a massive belief in our players. I've got a massive belief in the players in our dressing room. I think they're a fantastic bunch of boys. They're a fantastic cricket team. I think they're just going to get better and better. I don't believe there's a massive goal. What I do believe is India have got some very, very fine players, and if we give them an inch, like we did tonight, they're going to make us pay, and they did that.
The last question.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know, because we can hit them 150 balls in training and the guys catch it unbelievably. The only thing I can think of, it's pressure. As I said, it's a bit of a disease. The confidence levels are low at the moment. And we know cricket's a confidence game. We look at Fakhar Zaman. He's an incredible player. He's an X-factor player. He's the guy that we take at the top of the order to take the game on. He's doubting a little, his game just a little at the moment. He's having we've just got to ride the wave with him. We ride the wave with him, and he comes through, and he'll be a better player for us. And it's much like that with our catching. As I say, we've banked the work. The work's all done. That's a problem. That's a problem, but that's. I think we're going to have LBW lesson classes before we start training on Tuesday. In terms of what was your first question here?
Have you seen a better depth of Indian bowler?
They were outstanding. They were very, very good tonight. And the one thing that really impressed me was we were down at training. We had an optional session the other day, and I sat there for 20 minutes. And I just watched Jasper Boomer in a net next to us just execute Yorker after Yorker after Yorker. And he put that into practice tonight. And that's one thing that in our review, we will definitely be showing our young bowlers. So his execution tonight, and professionals, to be honest, at the death overs was very, very, very good. Fielding's a confidence thing. It's certainly in terms of the amount of work that these guys have put in. It's second to none. So these guys work every day on their catching. The minute one goes down, it's kind of like a disease. It just catches on and catches on and catches on. And we are short of confidence in the field at the moment. There's no doubt about that. But it's going to take one good thing to turn it all around, and somebody will hold a good catch, and we'll be back there. The work's been done. We've banked the work, so we've got to trust the skills to come out in the end.
One of
Somin,
No, there's not. There's not so many. I think we've got to be realistic here. We were very well beaten by a very good Indian cricket team. They didn't allow us to play. We were a team that's developing, and we've said it all. We've said it all the while. You know, I look at you got Safraz and Amir with 50 more caps and Malik with 200. Other than that, the boys are young. They're developing. They'll develop from this. You know, they'll gain strength. They'll get better and better from this. Certainly not abandoning these boys. These guys are very skilled, very good cricketers. Yeah, they're suffering a bit of a confidence crisis at the moment. There's a little bit of fear of failure in the dressing room. There's a bit of a reality check for exactly where we are as a cricket team. But these guys are back in 100%. In terms of worst performance, I guess it's 9 wickets. It's got to be up there. But no, we're on a journey. We're on a journey. We'll just get better and stronger from it. There was inconsistency in the line and length, and that's disappointing. And I think we went back to panic mode. We sort of, once they got in, we started searching for wickets, and searching for wickets is not going to get it on here. The way you get wickets on here is you've got to build pressure, build pressure, build pressure. We didn't stay with our plan long enough. Our plan is to hit our hard lengths, it's to hit the top of off stump with our seamers, and then have the ability to hopefully put them under pressure through the middle. We went back to what I think is our best form of team, and that's a team with 5 bowlers. We've got to look to attack. We've got to look to take wickets. It didn't happen today, but we weren't patient enough. Is that about? I think that's the answer. There were plans, but weren't executed for long enough.